everybody, it's me again, reviewing from my chill place, not my man cave above. Uh, Today I wasn't up to it. I wanted to chillax here with my robe, my big Lebowski robe, you know, don't give a shit. I wanted to talk to you about a slasher movie from the golden era of slashers, 1981, and God, that year was a good year for slasher movies. Top sequels: Friday 13th Part 2, Halloween 2, top independent slasher movies: My Bloody Valentine, The Burning, The Prowler. I mean, Happy Birthday to Me, a lot of them came out in that exact year. Mainly the ones that came out between 1980 and 1985 were just great slasher movies. But for some reason, 81 was the pivotal year that the best ones came out. So this one's directed by a guy named J. Lee Thompson. Don't know the guy, don't know his work. Melissa Sue Anderson plays our main uh, girl, Virginia, or Ginny as her nickname. Glenn Ford plays Dr. David Faraday. He's basically her mentor, kind of her. Because Virginia is a little bit unhinged, and when she gets those unhinged moments, she calls Dr. Faraday because Virginia has a brain surgery, and David Faraday was in charge of that. Her father, Hal Wainwright, and her mother, Estelle Wainwright, really rich people. And then you've got the movie is about a group of students of the Crawford Academy, and the group is called the Top 10. Okay, and these all have a shawl on with stripes. That's how you can recognize them. And they're not the top 10 brightest students, that they're the top 10 richest students. Those families, endorse the Crawford Academy with a lot of money, and that's why they are called the top 10, in my opinion, snobs. Now, there are a few that stand out, and I'm gonna call their names out: are Anne, Alfred, Steve, Rudy, Etienne, Greg, and Bernadette. Why these are standing out? These are gonna be our victims. Okay. Uh, so Virginia had a brain surgery when she was a kid, and we don't know why. We don't know how. And Dr. Faraday says you're gonna remember it piece by piece by piece how it came to be, because he can tell her, because that would be too much information for her and she would completely get unhinged. But they do, like, those students, they think they own a place. They do like crazy shit, like, those bridges that open up and a boat has to pass through. They're playing the chicken or dare game when they're driving with their expensive cars over the bridge, flying over the gap between two bridges. Then you have one that chickens out because it's too steep, and one with Virginia in it, and another girl at the end, and Greg. They with a Firebird, I think the car, that's a Firebird. They go up the bridge and just fly over it, and the car just jams in front of it in the pavement, and it's completely destroyed in the front. And then he drives away and he's happy. Yes, I earned my $20, but he has like $1,000 or $2,000 worth of damage on his car. But he doesn't care because his mommy and daddy's gonna pay for it. So that's how their mindset is, right? But Virginia isn't like that. Virginia is like the more subdued one, not doing not liking doing those things, and the moment this happens, she gets out of the car, runs away, but it's apparently the way to her house. And she stops at a grave, and the grave is her mom's, and she starts talking to the grave. She's saying, "I made the top 10 now. You can be happy now," and this and that. And all through the movie, she's having these brain seizures or unhinged moments when she's seeing what happened to her in the past and what short clips, and then or blackouts, or when she's on the surgical table when they're opening her brain. It's coming back to her. So spoilers for this moment, right? So I'm gonna talk about spoilers. I have the movie in the description on Internet Archives. So I'll put the link in there if you want to see the movie. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna follow IMDb. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, which isn't bad, for an independent slasher movie. But the reason why I'm not giving it a higher grade than that is because the movie is really, you really have to pay attention. This one, usually with a slasher movie, it's easy. You just lay back, enjoy the carnage, enjoy the creepy moments, and let the killing start. This one's different. This one has a really thought of a really, I mean, story that's really integrate. That's not simple to follow. You really have to follow what's happening, and they're constantly throwing these curveballs at you, these twists, and then okay, he's the killer or not, she's the killer. It's weird. It's weird. You really have to follow it, and they have explanations for it, but sometimes stupid explanations. And that's the reason why I did not like it. I liked it for the kills though, very um, inspirational kills that I never seen before, or maybe a couple nowadays. But if you've seen the poster of the movie, you get the shish kebab kill. Well, the spike of where the meat is put on, right through the throat. That kill is in there. Of course, it's not the same character that it's in the poster, but that kill is in there. But I have suspicions that the movie, there's a uncensored version somewhere, because the kills are flash. If you see a flash what happens, especially with the shish kebab kill, you don't even see that picture of the poster, but you see the guy, you hear it, and then you see the guy head falling down with the shish kebab in his mouth. That's the only thing you see. So I think there's an uncensored version, a completer version somewhere roaming about. Okay, so the first one to croak is basically Bernadette. Who? Bernadette. Yeah, that's one of these people that I mentioned. Anne, Alfred, Steve, Rudy, Etienne, Greg, and Bernadette. Bernadette gets attacked in a parking lot with a killer with black leather gloves. She gets strangled. She gets out. But when she gets out, she bumps against somebody with that shawl, the striped shawl. She's happy to see that person, and then she says, "Wait a minute!" And it's a killer. The killer takes a razor blade out and cuts her, slices her neck open. You see the slice, her head goes back, and then it cuts away. That's the scene they see. So they all agree to go to this bar, and of course, she is missing. Now, after all this, they play that game that I said, the chicken game and all that. But Etienne, for a foreign exchange student, he's the son of the French ambassador of that location. He's a creep. He's a creep. He followed her, and he catches her arm when she wants to go home. After that incident with the bridge, she just walked away, scared, and she get the hell off of me. And then she follows her again, and he even breaks into her room. He's stalking her, and he runs away. And apparently, we see him. Then after that, we see him winning this dirt bike contest, and he says, "I won because I had this to my heart." And he takes the panties of Virginia out of his, you know, biker clothes. And I thought, what a fucking scumbag, what a creep. Of course, after that, he gets it. He gets it in a way when he's working on his bike, that the shawl is put between the rotations of the tires of the bike. The killer puts on gas, and he's pulled to the tires, and his face is basically just scaved off, and you see that. You always see it, but for a second or two, right? So that's the second one to go. Then I believe, if you're going to, Alfred is a guy who also likes to make these eerie like prosthetics, faces of people that look real, with real blood. He loves the morbid, curiosity. And also, Rudy does something weird. He takes Anne on a date. He goes to the clock tower of a church, and he's acting weird. He's talking poetry, and then he does something so weird, and again a twist. He's when his eyes opens like this. I've got a knife on me, and Virginie, I've got a knife on me, and he shuts down the gate to get out. You're not going anywhere. And then he takes out the knife, and then you hear a scream, and you see blood falling on the ground. A priest comes, wants to pull on the bell, rope comes down, cut off, and then we see Virginia in Dr. Faraday's office talking about it. We don't know what happened. Rudy's gone. We don't know what happened. And everybody's looking for him. Then at one moment, the police is talking to every student, especially the top 10, where he is. And they're in the library, and at some point, somebody screams that they found something in a dirt patch where flowers are. They found a skeleton, the shawl, and this and that. Then we see Rudy hanging upside down from the ledge from the first floor of the library, like this, like a dead body falls down like a bag of potatoes, and then Virginia wants to walk past him, and he takes Virginia's legs, and he said, "Where the hell did you go after the church? Where the hell did you go? I had 15 stitches to cut that rope." So apparently it was a joke. He wanted to cut the rope. That was his part of a joke, and then bury the shawl and a fake skeleton, because the police finds a skeleton with the property of the Crawford cat. That was so stupid. What the hell was that? So stupid. And he doesn't even die in the movie. He deserves to die. What a fucking douchebag. And he's a douchebag in the movie, but it doesn't die. Who dies? Greg. He's the bodybuilder. He's bench pressing, and then the killer comes in. We don't see the face of the killer, but we see the body, the black gloves, and he recognizes the person because, of course, the killer is one of the top 10. And he's asking, can you spot me and put some weight on? Okay, you can put some more weight on, and then the weight is too much. The killer takes away the the rack where they put the bench in, the barbell in, and he can't hold it. And they say, "What the hell are you doing?" And then it's a really clever kill, and an kill. Puts another plate, lets it drop on his dick, and he lets the barbell fall on his face or his neck, and the blood squirts out. You don't see his face, but the blood squirts out. You do see his face in the end, and his fucked up face because of the barbell. That was a clever kill. That was something clever. And then something weird happens. Alfred is followed Virginia to the grave of her mom's, and she's speaking to the grave. She's planting flowers, and Alfred comes, which he wants to take something out of his pocket. You think he's gonna take out a knife because his curiosity and his stalking and his curiosity of the morbid. It's Virginia, she kills him with hedge clippers. And she laughs about it. And he had a rose in his hand, not knife. So, okay. Huh? So Virginia's killer? Now we're not even close to the end. She also kills, M by slitting her throat in a bathtub. Yeah. Oh, and she kills, that's the shish kebab kill, Steve. She puts it in his, you see her face and all, she puts it in his throat. So, what the fuck is happening here? So we have all the usual suspects, okay, it could still be Rudy, the asshole, because the ones that I all mentioned now were the ones they focused the most on. The other ones weren't really focused on. Could it be her dad? It's clearly her doing it. You see her face. Now, the end. She blacks out. She knows what happened. Apparently, she had a birthday party when she was young, and all these people, Anne, Alfred, Steve, Rudy, Etienne, Greg, Bernadette, were invited. Rich people amongst rich people. And her mom, the drunk Estelle Wainwright, her dad wasn't there because of his work. He called her, and they didn't have good relationship. The father and the mother. She hears that they're all at Anne's place having a party. She drives to really angry at the gates of Anne's house. They don't let her in, and she's saying, "Okay, I'm gonna make you pay. I'm gonna make you pay." She does the same stupid thing with driving the car up at the bridge that opens for the boats, but she falls in. She drowns because she's stuck. She says, "Swim out, Virginia, swim out." She swims out, but a boat passes through and she's hit in her head with the propellers. That's how she gets the wound. That's how she gets the operation, the brain surgery. Now, what happened? So you see David, Dr. Faraday gets it when she flips out again because she saw Anne's body in a tub of water with her throat cut, and she flips out. And her dad is gone for the weekend for his job, and David is, Faraday is staying there to watch over her. He goes to the tub. She's gone. There's nobody, and she gets a crisis again because she dreamed about all that. What happened? What I said. She runs away. He follows her. Then he gets hit with a fire poker in the head, dies, and we see this. Her dad is coming home. He surprises her. He now shows up for her birthday. He's surprised. He got flowers and a gift, and he goes to the shack, the outhouse. They have this little outhouse for people to, if they come and visit, they can sleep there. All the bodies of all the people that are killed are sitting there. All the mutilated bodies. And Anne's body is the only one who's hinged down on the table and laying with her head on the table. We see Virginia sing happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. And then oh, Daddy, you came this time. And she's cutting up the cake, and then she's angry at her dad, of course, and sticks the knife in his throat. He's completely, because he's completely mortified what happens. And then she does something, and this is just so great. This couldn't even happen in nowadays. So what she does is, and now you bitch, you're gonna get it. She picks up Anne's body, and lo and behold, it's Virginia. Now she says, "You're gonna die, my sister." So you think, oh, she has an evil twin. But she had Anne's clothes on, and she puts the clothes off, and it were Virginia's clothes, her nightgown, when she was running away from Dr. Faraday because she had the nightmare. So this is so complicated. So she's awake and she's struggling, and she scratches her in the face, takes off a prosthetic mask, a wig, and it's fucking Anne. Anne is killing everybody, and she had. I'm not shitting her. The mask was identical. You couldn't see that it was fake. You couldn't see that it was rubber. She talked like Virginia. Her accent. I mean, she acted like her. Maybe even she had bad breath like her. How the fuck is this possible? And to be that exactly correct made fucking mask, because she said Alfred made her that mask. And I saw Alfred mask that weren't that good. You could see it was fake, but this one was just the actress Virginia. I mean, Melissa Sue Anderson. But I mean, it's just that was a little bit far fetched for me. Then she kills her in a fight. Apparently, she's her sister because her mom was a whore and she had an affair with her dad, and it's because of the affair Virginia was born, and um, Anne's mom left her for that, and so she's her half sister, stepsister. I'm not. I mean, she's the sister from the same father, but Hall Wainwright knew this, but he always kept her safe, and and that's the reason why she wants to kill her. and all the people that weren't in our party, she killed them too, because that was also the reason why. Yeah, she included them because she was at Anne's party, and she looked them as they were accountable for her misery. So that's the explanation. But when she kills Anne, the police lieutenant comes in, sees Virginia with the knife, and of course he says, "My God, what have you done?" And the movie ends. So Virginia goes to jail for killing about 7 people, massacring them. No, 8 people, including her, 9 people, I think, including her dad and the doctor. I mean, what a what an ending! What an ending! That I didn't like that ending. I didn't like the far-fetched idea and the fact that they're constantly throwing these curveballs at you with, Rudy being a killer-like guy, and then Virginia killing people, but it's not Virginia. Halfway through the movie, but it's not Virginia. It's so far-fetched, and that's why I'm giving it a 6. If it wasn't that far-fetched because it had cool kills, I would give it a 6.5. But it's a 6. It's a 6. But it's definitely worth a watch. But I have to say, don't let you be said it. If you're seeing this movie, don't let yourself be distracted. Put headphones on and see the movie, because it's you really have to follow everything. So that's it about Happy Birthday to Me. I'll put the movie in the description. It's on Internet Archives, and yeah, you can take a look. Like the clip if you like it. See you next time. Bye.